Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I am here at Islands of Adventure at the Universal Orlando Resort. I can't wait to head back into the park and get on some of my favourite rides, including Velocicoaster, which I'm very excited to get back on, one of my favourite roller coasters in the world. There's also lots of other stuff to see around the park, lots of construction going on for future developments, so we'll go and take a look at that later, and also lots more fantastic rides as well. So let's head in. I'm going to head straight over to Velocicoaster and then we'll see where the day takes us from there. Here we go. Oh, it's coming over the top hat. I'm about to go and ride Velocicoaster. I've literally just pretty much sprinted here. I can't wait to get back on this absolute beast. There's a look at the Mosasaurus roll over there. Let's go.
Swift Thief. Not only are they fast, their bite is equivalent to a large American alligator. Yikes!
So I just had a ride on the Velocicoaster and that was absolutely incredible. I love that ride so much. I was on row 3, so not even towards the back. On the back row, that ride is insane. But the elements on there are just absolutely incredible. 2 launches, 4 inversions, including the Mosasaurus roll, which is one of the best inversion, well, it is the best inversion I've ever experienced on a coaster. It's an amazing ride, nice and smooth. The elements flow great, it's really nice and comfortable with the lap bars, the air time's great. It's just an absolutely fantastic ride. It has everything you could want from a coaster. It all mixes it all together. The theming is amazing. It's an absolutely fantastic roller coaster. So it's time to ride my second favourite attraction in this park now, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is an incredible dark ride. Robo-arm system. Of course, you've got Flight of the Hippogriff over there as well, the junior coaster. But yeah, we're not bothered about that. I've already got that credit. This is what I'm here for. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is one of the most immersive dark rides you will ever ride at a theme park. It is absolutely incredible how they blend the screens and the practical sets together. It is done so well, and the technology of the ride as well is absolutely incredible. The way it moves around into all of the different scenes. There are some massive props and animatronics in there. It is absolutely incredible. It was advertised at a 30-minute queue. However, I went down single rider and I got straight on. Literally, there's a tip for you. Always use single rider for this ride. Yes, you skip out a lot of the theming in the queue line, however, you will get straight onto the ride because there is literally never anyone in that single rider queue. It moves so fast, so you get on so quickly. It was definitely a good thing. I literally got on in like 1 minute and that was walking through the queue, so that was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love that dark ride. So here we go. Construction walls have recently appeared here in the Lost Continent section of the park. And yeah, this attraction over here used to be Poseidon's Fury. It was a walkthrough attraction. I did it in 2019 and it was really cool. Like, you walk through all these different scenes. There was some great fire effects in there. And there was also a big water vortex tunnel that you walked underneath through there. It was a really cool walkthrough attraction. However, it's been closed for a number of years now. And yeah, it's not going to be coming back. But construction walls have recently appeared out the front of the area for whatever's going to be coming next. Now, there's very little information about this so far. Of course, all the focus at the moment is over in the Studios Park on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. However, over the next couple years, I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of construction over here as they turn the Lost Continent into whatever the new area is going to be. Hopefully, we're going to see a big new dark ride in this building, or if not, maybe an indoor coaster. I feel like an indoor coaster would really benefit this park. They've got 2 in the Studios Park, but there aren't any in this park, so yeah, an indoor coaster or a massive new dark ride would be a great fit here. Of course, just like with any project, there are always going to be rumours going around, and there are certainly rumours going on with what could be replacing Lost Continent. There's been a lot of talk of Zelda coming into this park and replacing this area. However, yeah, obviously we don't know yet. There has been talk of Zelda going into Epic Universe as well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with this area, but I have full faith that Universal are going to do a great job with this area, and hopefully we're going to be seeing an absolutely amazing new attraction in this area, because as much as Poseidon's Fury was a really good experience, it wasn't the highest kind of throughput because it didn't really take people away from the rides. With it not being a ride, it didn't take as many people away from the other rides as much as maybe another like big dark ride would. So yeah, hopefully we will be seeing a people eater going in there. So I'm going to go for a ride on the Incredible Hulk now, a B&M launch coaster. Yeah, it's got a tyre-driven launched lift hill, this one, and of course lots of different inversions as well. 7 inversions, I believe, on this one. So yeah, looking forward to getting back on it. So it was great to get on the Incredible Hulk. It was literally walk on, which was absolutely fantastic. Shoved the stuff in a locker and got straight on. It was absolutely walk on, which is what I like to see. Running really well, nice and smooth, very intense. It's one of the most intense coasters I've ridden. It is absolutely fantastic, all the inversions on there. It's very whippy, a very enjoyable ride, but yeah, very intense as well, especially in the Floridian heat. And now I'm gonna put my stuff back in the locker. So yeah, I've just been sitting in the air conditioning for a bit because I was getting too hot. So I'm going to shove myself back in the locker and I'm going to go for a ride on the 2 water rides. You've of course got Dudley Do Ride's Ripsaw Falls and also Popeye and Pluto's Bilge Rat Barges. So I'm going to go for a ride on both of those. The reason I'm putting my stuff in the locker over here is because they charge you to use the lockers over by the water rides. So what I normally do is I put my stuff in the lockers at the Incredible Hulk and then just walk over to the water rides, which aren't too far away. So then I don't have to pay for the lockers and I can use the free ones. So there's a little handy tip for you for if you are going on the water rides. I have got sliders to prepare. You get absolutely drenched on these 2 water rides. So yeah, I'll speak to you once I've done them both and after I'm probably going to be soaked through. So I did both of the water rides there and yeah, I'm absolutely drenched, and to be fair, I've probably even started drying off because I've walked back from Toon Lagoon to collect my stuff from the locker, so I might have even dried a bit. In this heat, I'm going to dry in probably about 10 seconds. But yeah, both of those rides were absolutely fantastic. Both of them are absolute soakers. They are crazy. 2 of the most insane water rides in the world. The theming around them both is really good. I do really enjoy them both. Ripsaw Falls, you've got 3 drops on there, including that massive drop at the end, which is actually really steep. But yeah, that's definitely not the wettest drop. The wettest drop on there is the first one. It's one of the smaller ones, but yeah, that one's definitely the wettest drop. There's loads of effects that get you soaked on there as well. Not as wet as I did last time though, because last time when you went up the final lift hill, they have a water effect, basically a waterfall that you just go straight through. They used to not turn that off, but they do turn it off now. So yeah, last time I literally went underneath the waterfall on there, but they don't seem to have that on anymore. But yeah, on Popeye, some massive waves come over, some massive effects on there as well that will get you soaked. There's no avoiding it on either of those rides. They are absolutely insane. So you can get some amazing views of the rapids there from on that big boat over there. You can just climb up the steps up to the top and get some views on there. There's also some of the paid water guns on there as well, so you can pay for them and of course start squirting all the riders on the boat there as well, as if they weren't already going to be drenched enough. You can also get some amazing views of Velocicoaster from around here as well. Literally, just look at this behind me. You can get some amazing views on the ride as well. You go right underneath the top hat, and I got it, like timed it really well where I went over the top hat as I was going right past there. But most of this ride, you can't even see it from off-ride. It's a really long ride, but the majority of it is very hidden. You can't see any of it. There are plenty of opportunities to get soaked on there, not just those couple of effects that you've just seen. It's a long ride. There's a lot going on. It's an absolute soaker. There goes Velocicoaster. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'll go and get some footage of Ripsaw Falls now. Here's a look at pterodon flyers then. This is a credit that I currently don't have. You need a child to be able to go on this ride. However, now that I'm a team member, I'm gonna see if I can do anything to try and bribe them to let me get the credits. We'll see. Hopefully, by the time I leave in September, I would have got this credit. I'll see what I can do. Here's a look at Skull Island Reign of Kong. This is an absolutely terrible ride. I went on this for the first time last time I was here, and it's absolutely rubbish. So it's on a 10-minute queue at the moment. The facade looks amazing from the outside. You go in there thinking, oh, it's going to be a really cool ride with loads of theming. It's not. You literally just go around and watch a couple of screens. But there is a very impressive animatronic of Kong at the end, which is really cool. That's literally the reason you go on it. There we go. Pterodon flyers. And then you've also got the little play area around here as well. There's all the caves you can explore. So there's lots to see around here. And of course, we have also got Jurassic Park River Adventure over here. However, this is closed for its refurbishment, and it's not going to be reopening till January, I believe. It's been closed for a while as well, so yeah, they're clearly doing a lot of work in there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back on it at some point next time I'm here. Here we go then. I'm going to go for a ride on Dr. Doom's Fearful now, this S&S drop towers. I haven't done this for years. To be fair, it's not anything special, but yeah, I haven't done it for ages. I got a nice bit of airtime on there actually. It was better than I remember. Really, really good. I had a nice loose restraint. I proper got chucked down my seat at the top. It was a lot better than I remembered. So yeah, it was good to get on there. I did really enjoy that. Time to go for a ride now on the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. This is an incredible dark ride. Really looking forward to getting back on here. Thank you for that.
So, wait, if we don't
So the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man is an amazing dark ride. It was way ahead of its time when it opened. The technology in there, like the movement of the ride vehicle, the screens and the practical sets in there, there's a fire effect in there. It's absolutely awesome, and it's a good length as well. Like there's lots going on, very action-packed. I do really enjoy it. It is a fantastic ride. So I had 3 rides on Velocicoaster, and then all of the outdoor rides went down because of a weather delay. Yeah, the sky's looking pretty grey up there, so yeah, hopefully it won't be too long until the storm passes over. I then had a couple more rides on Forbidden Journey, which was fantastic. Yeah, it looks like there's still a weather delay. There's still like no one entering into Hagrid's queue, so hopefully it won't be long till that opens. I did speak to them a bit earlier though, and they said that before the weather delay it was advertised at a 50-minute queue, so hopefully if it does reopen anytime soon, there's not going to be a lot of people in there, and it'll hopefully be fairly quiet, because yeah, that is kind of like the last major attraction that I need to do today in this park. But I am going to head round to Seuss Landing now, because I'm going to go for a ride on the Cat in the Hat. Not one of my favourite dark rides. In fact, I actually think it's a pretty poor dark ride as far as Universal rides go. However, I thought I might as well, because all the outdoor rides are closed, so might as well give this a go. I haven't done it for a few years, and hopefully it won't be too long until the storm passes and the outdoor rides are back open. I just thought I'd document around here, like potentially for the last time before this is all demolished. Like here we go, look at this archway just here. And this shop over here. Like who knows, this time in the next couple of years this could look very different. Like there's going to be a completely new themed area here, potentially a brand new attraction over there. It'll be really interesting to see what does happen with this area. Yeah, it is a shame that Poseidon's Fury has gone, but you know what, I'm sure that whatever replaces it is going to be a fantastic attraction. It's more for me, like I love this kind of style of theming. That's kind of the biggest loss here for me. Like if another IP is going to come in, sure, I'm sure they'll do it very well, but I'd like something that's not as cartoony. There's quite a few cartoony kind of areas and attractions in this park, and this just felt like a bit of a break from that, which is what I really liked. So hopefully whatever replaces this area and this attraction is going to be less of a cartoony kind of theme. There's the Mythos restaurant as well. 10-time winner for the best theme park restaurant in the world. Yeah, this rock work is absolutely incredible. Hopefully we'll still see something like all of this rock work around here for whatever replaces it. Because yeah, this is absolutely incredible. But yeah, I am very excited to see what they do. Here we go then, 15 minutes for the Cat in the Hat. Here we go, probably not even going to be 15 minutes. There's literally barely anyone here. It'll probably be walk-on. Yeah, with this ride, it's not the best done. Like, it looks quite tacky compared to a lot of other Universal rides. And I guess that is kind of the idea with it being quite a cartoony attraction and theme, but yeah, it's just not really my kind of attraction. Hello! So there we go, I got pretty much straight on Cat in the Hat there, pretty much a walk on. And yeah, it's basically as I remembered it, except the ride system. To be fair, I'd forgotten the ride system could rotate into all the different scenes, so I was quite impressed by that, to be fair. But yeah, in terms of the theming around the ride, it is a little bit tacky. Some spots are a bit empty and there's not a lot going on. It kind of feels like there's just a lot of stuff and information and theming that they're throwing at you, and a lot of it doesn't really make any sense. And I know that's kind of the theme of the ride, however, yeah, it's just not really my kind of thing. I feel like they could have done it to a much better standard. Whereas when you watch the film of Cat in the Hat, there's a certain style about that where it still looks quite realistic. I would have rather they kind of did it more with the film. I know this park is more based on the literature, however. Yeah, I feel like they could have maybe come to a bit of a like in the middle kind of situation where it's not quite as tacky but still fitting in with the area. But yeah, it's not one of my favourite rides, but the ride system I was pretty impressed by with the rotation of it. It actually spins quite fast in some of those scenes in there, but yeah, it's alright. However, it's definitely not one of my favourites. Universal have certainly built much better attractions. So I just had another awesome ride on Spider-Man. Yeah, it was a fantastic ride. Yet again, there were some people on there that hadn't been on there before. They were absolutely losing on there, like screaming. They absolutely loved it. I don't think they'd ever seen anything like it. And now the storm seems to be passing over because the Hulk is operating with guests on. So logically, that should mean the Hagrid's also is. And if it's going to be about an hour's queue, which let's be real here, probably not going to be below 60 minutes, but I should hopefully get a night ride on it if I go and get in the queue now. So before I go for a ride on Hagrid's, it's not quite open yet, it's still saying weather delay on the app. But yeah, a lot of the other rides are opening. But before that, I'm going to watch Hogwarts Always, the show here just outside of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, so I'll put in some highlights. I enjoyed Hogwarts Forever there. It was a good show. It was about 10 minutes long, and yeah, it was nice on there, like all the projection mapping on there. It was about the right length for that kind of show. It was mainly the projection mapping, and then there were a few fireworks at the end as well. But yeah, it was a nice little show to be able to watch whilst you're here at the park. I then went for a ride on Hagrid's Magical Creatures motorbike adventure, and I got so lucky with that. So I got in single rider. I only waited half an hour for it when the main queue was advertised 80. I then got put on the front row as well, and I also got the motorbike, which was absolutely fantastic. Normally in single rider, you tend to get the sidecar. However, yeah, I got really lucky and was able to get the motorbike, so that was fantastic. On the front row at night, it's an incredible ride, a fantastic family coaster. There's so much going on, 7 launches on there. There's a drop track, a spike, there's all sorts of different elements on there. It's so long as well, it's action packed, and the onboard audio really adds to it as well. Of course, you've got the like main music playing, and then you've got Hagrid talking to you at points as well. The sounds of the motorbike. It is such a fantastic family thrill coaster. So there we go, that wraps up an absolutely fantastic day here at Universal's Islands of Adventure. I've been here since about 12 o'clock, and you know what? I've been in this park all day. Normally I would have started in here and gone over to the studios and then come back over here for night rides on Velocicoaster. I've been in this park all day today. I haven't even stepped foot in the studios park. So yeah, I'll definitely be going back in a few days to go and do a vlog around there and get back on all the rides in there. But today has been fantastic. I've gone on so many rides. I just did a night ride on Velocicoaster, which was amazing. I would have got some footage of it at night, but I was on one of the last trains, so by the time I got off, they weren't sending any more trains, so I wasn't able to get any footage of it. But I pretty much walked straight onto it, which was fantastic. Yeah, I've done so many rides today. 5 on Velocicoaster, 3 on Forbidden Journey. I did Hagrid's as well on the front row as well, which was amazing. 2 rides on Hulk, 2 rides on Spider-Man, the water rides. Like, I've done so much today. It's been absolutely fantastic. And of course, checked out the construction going on over at Lost Continent. Not that there's very much going on at the moment. However, some of the deconstruction of the old buildings are starting to take place. However, yeah, not too much is going on, but over the next couple of years, that is going to change into something massive. That obviously details are very limited at the moment. There's basically only rumors that we can go off of. Universal have said nothing about it. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to wait a while to find that out, but it's going to be very exciting once we do. But there we go. That's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.